Well, okay, people. Happy New Year, number one. But this is what it has come down to. This, right here, the face shield. This. In order for us to legally open, according to Dr. Brewster at the St. Mary's County Health Department, for those employees who have a medical exemption from a face covering, which a face shield, see that? A face shield is a face covering, but assuming that the medical exemption is for a mask because of breathing, Dr. Brewster wants the employees to wear a face shield. And that is going to make everyone safe. Well, I have calmed down, but the video you are about to watch, I was not so calm when I made that video. But since then, I have calmed down. So watch that video, or watch this video. I've got the clip following this where I talk about face shields. This is what we had proposed for those employees not wearing a face mask because of a medical exemption. We have kind of put one of our employees here at a separate location with the computer. We've kind of taped it off so customers know, hey, you know, stay away from this employee. We have limited our employees to only one employee at a time up here at the sales counter. So those were the couple of the changes that we told Dr. Brewster we would make for those employees that could not wear a face covering because of a medical exemption. But no, her solution is a face shield. Okay, so if everyone wears a face shield, they'll be okay. We don't need to do all of this. We can put our employees back up here at the counter, and the one employee here at the computer, and the others, you know, helping customers at the counter, if we all wear a face shield. And then something else I just found out last night, and I'm going to put a link to the video in the description of my video here. A couple here in St. Mary's County, I have not talked to them directly, but you can watch the video, and I will try to contact them directly myself in the coming days. So apparently, this couple with 4 kids, ages 10 months through 6 years old, I believe, the husband tested positive for COVID. Talked to the health department. Health department said, yeah, you need to quarantine. They agreed to that. The whole family was going to quarantine. But because they did not give all of the information to the health department that the health department wanted, the health department served all 6 of them a quarantine order at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. All 6 of them, including the kids, they were all served an order, apparently, according to the video. Watch the video. Of course, the St. Mary's County Sheriff's Department served these orders to this family at 8:30 at night. Watch the video starting at about the 21 or 22 minute mark. And that's where they talk about their experience with the St. Mary's County Health Department and the St. Mary's County Sheriff's Department. When I watched that, I just couldn't believe it. This health department, Dr. Brewster is, well, watch my video, the rest of this video concerning face shields and how everybody will be safe, and then go to the video in the link to see how this family of 6 was treated by the health department. And you can make your own decision. You're smart. You can make your own decision. So, okay, watch the videos, make some comments. And again, Happy New Year. Okay. This is insanity. This is beyond insanity. I should have already stroked out by now. I am trying to do this the legal way with the health department and opening my store back up. We are on day 5 that we have been closed. I met with the sheriff yesterday and the deputy state's attorney yesterday. They were going to work on my behalf with Dr. Brewster to get me open as soon as possible. In the meantime, my daughter and I sat down and we came up with a compliance plan. That's what we have to do in order to reopen. We have to write a plan on how we're going to mitigate the issues that they closed us down for. And we have to submit the plan to Dr. Brewster, and she has to approve of it before we open. So the number one item is the employees with a medical condition. And that was the first, what I would call, deficiency on the order for compliance. Require staff to wear face coverings that cover the mouth and nose. If staff claim a medical condition or disability which prevents the use of a face covering, the business still needs to ensure that the health of customers or other staff is not endangered by persons indoors who are not wearing face coverings. We have made changes. We have showed her the changes when she came down to meet with us today, that we are going to keep our employees spaced apart. We're going to do a better job with that. We have actually moved one of our computers, the workstation for the manager. We have actually moved that away so the manager will not be in close proximity to the employees. We have the plexiglass up at the register. We're only going to allow one employee at a time at our checkout and service counter. This is not good enough. Dr. Brewster told us that those employees that have a medical exemption from a face covering should be wearing a face mask, and if they do not wear a face mask, shield is what she said, not mask, shield, they need to be in a separate room, such as in the office working or in the back room working. That does not work in this retail establishment when you only have 5 employees. The customers, these employees have to be on the sales floor. Every employee does everything around here. But, so I asked her, I know the face shield doesn't work. I've seen this. I said, I have the plexiglass up. That's the same. It's no different than a face shield. No, that is not the same. A face shield, I said, it's not effective, but it helps some. I said, you said in public, face shields do not work. But it helps some, she said. You need to have these employees wear face shields if you want them to continue interacting with the customer. Nowhere does it say this in the executive order. But this is what I want to point out, is the hypocrisy in all of this. This is the St. Mary's County Commissioner meeting of August 18th, 2020. And this is Dr. Brewster talking with the county commissioners. So watch this.
How people wear a face covering is important. It should be covering fully their mouth and nose. It should be fit well to their face without large gaps around the edges. We are not recommending face coverings that have any vents or valves on the front of them. I know some people have been walking around with valves on the fronts of their face coverings or vents. That is not giving the protection that a face covering without vents and valves would offer. It's actually projecting out potential virus, perhaps even with more force, depending on the kind of valve, to others. So face shields do not substitute for face coverings. And this statement...
Did you hear what she just said? Face shields do not substitute for face coverings. Let's continue.
Here on this slide is directly from the CDC website. The CDC has been clear on this. The science is clear on this.
Wait. What? The science is clear on this? What have we been told? Listen to the science? Is what? Can I rewind that? I don't know. It's a little difficult because this is a lengthy thing. Let's see if I can get to the point and rewind. Let me, so you don't have to listen to it all. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Okay.
Projecting out potential virus, perhaps even with more force, depending on the kind of valve, to others.
Okay. So here we go. We're going through this.
Do not substitute for face
209.32.
And this statement up here on this slide is directly from the CDC website. The CDC has been clear on this. The science is clear on this.
The science.
Face shields do not substitute for face coverings.
Did you hear that? You heard what she just said. The science is clear. It is not a substitute yet. That's what she wants my employees to wear now. Let's continue here a little bit. I think we're almost done with face shields.
Shields do not prevent the spread of aerosolized virus.
Do not prevent the spread. I'm stroking out.
They may not block much of the respiratory droplets as well, depending on the type of face shield. They really are meant more for eye protection. They're kind of a substitute for goggles.
A substitute for goggles is all they are, a face shield that she wants my employees to wear to protect the customers and the other employees. Huh. By the way, we have goggles at our key machine, and when our employees make keys, they put on the goggles to protect their eyes from the shavings and filings from the key machine. Let's continue.
So people aren't getting respiratory droplets landing in their eyes. And so while people may comfortably use face shields, they should be using them with face coverings underneath. Not as a substitute for the other types of cloth face coverings or other face masks that we recommend.
Okay, you heard that just like I did. Okay, so this was August 18th. Okay, so just to make sure, she's quoting CDC here. The science is settled. So I wouldn't think the science would change from August to December, but I just want to make sure, so I went to the CDC website. And so if I click here, this is the CDC website, right here, cdc.gov, coronavirus 2019. Other types of face protection. CDC does not recommend using face shields or goggles as a substitute for masks. Do not put a plastic face shield or a mask on newborns or infants. Face shields and goggles are primarily used to protect the eyes of the person wearing it. Goggles do not cover the nose and mouth. Face shields have large gaps below and alongside the face where your respiratory droplets may escape and reach others around you. At this time, we do not know how much protection a face shield provides to people around you. However, wearing a mask may not be feasible in every situation for some people. But this is the solution for me to reopen, is to have the medical exemption employees wear a face shield. And then I can be open just like that if I agree to it. Wow. The science. Follow the science is what we've been told. Okay, that's deficiency number 1. Deficiency number 2, ensure customers over the age of 5 are wearing face coverings while inside the establishment. Provide accommodations, such as curbside service to customers who are unable to wear a face covering due to medical condition. All I have to do is put a sign on the door. They have accused me of taking that sign down. That sign has been up since August 24th. My employees are not going to enforce face masks on customers coming in. It is too dangerous. It would take a minimum of 20 minutes for law enforcement to reach our store if we called them for help, if there was a problem with a customer and an employee in face coverings. 20 minutes. There's a lot that can happen in 20 minutes. I'm not putting my employees through that. we have been offering curbside service since March. I will even bring it to your home. We've done that as well. We put a sign on the door. Again, it's not required, but we have changed our sign today based on discussions with Dr. Brewster that says if you are unable or unwilling to wear a mask in our store, then call us and we will make alternate arrangements on this. Okay, deficiency number 3, post signage at each entrance advising customers about the requirements to wear face coverings. Been there, done that. It's there. It's been there since August 24th. They filed a false report on us. They filed a false report on us saying that sign was not there. That false report they did on a visit on December 1st. But they never asked my employee why wasn't the sign there. They didn't wait for me to come down. The sign has always been on the door. They accused us of doing something that was not done. Okay, and deficiency number 4, where any queue is expected to form, designate by signage, tape, or by other means at least 6-foot spacing. They approved a sign at our register on August 24th when they inspected us. They approved a sign that was there that says 1 floor tile equals 1 foot. Please remain 6 floor tiles back. We did not put tape on the floor at the time. They approved that sign. I have it on video. That sign is still up. That sign has not stopped since August 20. That sign has not come down. It has not been moved since August 24th. It is still there. But they marked their report to say we did not have any designation for 6-foot distancing where the queue is expected to form. They never went around to look to see if that sign was still there. We did have, and since August, we have had tape markings on the floor. But through cleaning the floor and mopping, sometimes those tape markings come up. But the sign has always remained there that they approved on August 24th. We have put more tape markings down for them. Okay, we have done that. So my plexiglass doesn't work, but face shields are going to work. She said it doesn't work. It's all about optics. That's all it is. She wants control. She has too much power in this, and she will not open. We're waiting on word, but I'm sure she is not going to allow us to open legally until we agree and it is for our exemption, the medical exemption from face coverings, those employees who have claimed that, who have told me that, then I cannot ask them any further questions. I have to take their word. She's not going to allow us to open until those employees agree to wear a face shield. I'm standing my ground on this. You need to stand up, people. They're taking over. You don't realize it. This is all BS. I have done everything they have asked me to, and they still shut me down, and this is BS. All right. You can see how red my face is. This is BS. Okay. It's time for me to go home. Serenity now. Serenity now. I need a glass of wine. Pushback. That's all I can say is pushback. You need to push back at all of this and continue. All right. Thanks for watching. See ya. See ya.